At the end of April, my friend told me her aunt put the needles on the bottom of here, which they're quite a bit, so I'll have backup of my certain needles I don't have, probably. I don't remember if I have a size 11, but at least I got a bunch more needles, so. Didn't know the needles. I was told there was needles in the bag, but I guess they were the bottom of this bag and not the big black bag that I got. So, it's the end of April. I figured I might as well show those since I didn't get a chance to show them. May meal plan. And any ingredients I have for whatever recipes. Okay, for the normal one I always call it normal for that folder, because it's not like it's machinery or anything, but it was cheesy ground beef with cauliflower casserole. That sounded good. And the next one isn't really a low-carb recipe, but it's low-carb recipe based, so it's healthier pizza. This lady made it on her YouTube channel. I wrote down the recipe, but I'm probably just going to have a sausage pizza unless I want to put vegetables in it. We'll see how that goes. And I got a lot of crock-pot recipes here, too. So, yeah. Those are the only two ones that are not going to be crock-pot. So we're going to stick with the crock-pot stuff. We're going to have chicken, bacon, ranch sandwiches. That's crack chicken right there. And then we got crack potato soup, which I didn't think you could do that either with potatoes. But that's okay, whatever. They call it crack, I guess, because it's addicting. It's not. There's no crack in there, obviously. Unless there's a butt crack. That'd be kind of gross, no offense. Okay, besides that, we got crock pot sausage, cheese, potatoes. And then there's a taco chili. This actually sounded good because I never heard of a taco chili. And then I saw this lady was talking about TikTok mac and cheese. So I'm going to try that even though my noodles, the gluten-free noodles, fall apart. But whatever, it's going to fall apart. It's still good. And then there's garlic parmesan, chicken stew. Then there's going to be a chicken, veggies. And then the two recipes, salmon. The best salmon and salmon. I don't eat salmon too much, neither does my doctor, and he says all fish is polluted. I don't know if it's going to help you lose weight or not. Well, we'll see what that does. Turns out I have my stress. I have ESR. It's really high. I think it's from all the stress at work, pretty much. Cut the story short. I don't eat, the only recipe I eat with salmon normally is a recipe that's smoked Cobb salad, but I don't eat it that often. I got sick of eating it, so I've been trying to find new ways to incorporate salmon and other foods, certain foods I don't eat. Some foods I'll never eat, though, to cut the story short. And then there's chicken, tiki masala, cauliflower rice in the crock pot. And I got repeats. These three are repeats. But anyways, the crock pot, chicken, and rice. Now these ones are on the last plan. These ones I couldn't make because I forgot that I didn't have some of the ingredients for the cookies. And the chickpea brownies, I ran out of chocolate chips, so I had to get some more this month. But anyways, and the protein bars I was unable to make, so I put them on the meal plan, so we'll have those eventually. Now we'll get to the haul. I didn't do too bad on the haul this time. I don't think I don't remember if I tried the tropical, I probably haven't, forgot, the tropical trail mix from, it's hard to see the light, bag of that from the Dollar Tree. I went to the Dollar Tree, got what I could cheap. I was excited, saw coconut milk, and then I just realized that when I got home it's light, and I'm like, oh great. Well, it's okay, I'll use this for smoothies, because you can't use it for the high-fat stuff, because it's light, and it doesn't work with that. I tried making ice cream out of this one time, and it did not work, and I got really, really angry about that. I got some more juice to put my sugars up. I always get backup juice, so I have juice on hand. And I got 2 garlic powders. This one's not showing, but that's okay. There's 2 garlic powders I got lemon pepper seasoning. I got 2 petite, if I can speak English here, green chilies. I got 2 of these because I don't know if I have a recipe that calls for this or not. And I didn't get any Rotel. I'm going to buy that in town when the Dollar General, I guess. But anyways, I got those because I don't know if a recipe I have calls for it, but sometimes I run across my recipes that it calls for this. So I'm just buying them in case I need them for my meal plan. If I don't, at least I have them on hand for next time. Okay, and I got the evaporated milk. I needed 2 of these for recipe. And my doctor told me to start taking turmeric pills. I bought some at a pharmacy not too long ago. I'm taking one every day to try the inflammation out of my system. So he's telling me all these canned foods to stay away from canned foods. Well, how do you do that all the time? You can't. And people say, oh, do canning. I can't do canning because I got an electric stove. You need stoves with the burners that either stick up or the gaslit stoves just to do that. My neighbor's got those. I don't. My neighbor Tiki does. I know that. But anyways, I got some cheap batteries. I don't buy AA batteries from here because for a stupid reason, my insulin pump, and this is my insulin pump, got a crack in it sadly, but try to be careful with it. This thing has a battery in here, And it always beeps when you change the battery. But I tried doing a cheap dollar battery like this. I have to use the energy ones or the pricey batteries because those are the only ones that work in there because they're alkaline or something. I tried these and it always says battery doesn't work or it acts like the battery's dead, something like that. Okay, that was my Dollar Tree items. If I said the wrong dollar store, if I didn't say it, that's Dollar Tree right there. Now we're going on to Super One. I bought some corn seeds. We'll see if I can grow them. I'm not sure if I'll be able to grow them this year or not. I got my plants growing in the house. So I guess I could show those at the end or in the middle somewhere. Or maybe I'll show them after this and I'll show my Walmart haul to cut the story short. I got 3 zucchinis because I'm kind of getting craving some junk food, even though I did buy some stuff in the junk food category in my next haul. But anyways, I got zucchini to try and see if I can incorporate and maybe have zucchini fries again. I like those. I don't know if I'm going to like this ice water, but I decided to try it. We'll just give it a try, and if I don't like it, then I don't waste a whole bunch of bottles, otherwise I have to give them away. I need 3 cups of cauliflower florets, and that's for that casserole with the cauliflower at the end of it. I said that, so yeah. I got green tea, because this is supposed to be better than coffee. I don't drink coffee every day. I usually do drink 2 iced coffees normally, but the iced coffee's got stevia, and it's not like it's got poisonous sugar in it, so yeah. So I'm going to try and see if the green tea helps me at all. I'll still have a cup of coffee tomorrow. I'm going to test it. See if it wakes me up at least. It's supposed to be good for you. I don't drink it too much. I usually just let my plants drink this stuff so they don't get sick. I got diced tomatoes, just regular ones from a recipe. I decided to get the 2 that were on sale in the store. Everything says no BPA, but the doctor says it's still in there. I got 2 green chilies. This can got beat up, I guess, when I threw it in the back of the vehicle. I got cosmic apples. I told my neighbor Tiki that the internet says if you try to grow these in any other state, because these are Washington apples, that you can go to jail for it. And my neighbor Tiki said that's bullcrap. That must be bullcrap, she said, because there's no way that's true. She grows apples that don't grow in this state, and I guess she's trying to grow a gala apple or something. It's growing so far, but whatever. I don't know if it's illegal or not. We'll see if down the road if I could grow one, but I don't know. Just that's the thing that I heard, so I don't know if it's true or not. But it shouldn't be illegal to grow apples in different states. I'm trying to grow some apple trees, and my neighbor better not chop them down because I will scream at them. Eventually, they will grow. It'll take 10 years. I started them last year, so we'll see if they sprout this year because I planted the whole apple. It's supposed to. When you plant the whole apples, what someone told me is the sugar feeds the seeds. So while the apple decays and crushes down and rots or whatever, or gets bruises on it, deteriorates under the ground or whatever. I don't know if the insects will eat it or not, but they shouldn't in those buckets. But that's supposed to be how you grow an apple. I even got some homemade mulch, which is just dead grass. I got and I mixed it in there, so hopefully they'll take 5 years. Somebody said it takes 5 years. But if I have to get some Miracle-Gro is really expensive, so I get the little squeeze packets with the gel in it. So if I have to use that, so be it. And I'll still use some green tea, but I have a green tea for my plants somewhere in this house. I kept it from drinking, so I'm going to use this one for drinking, apparently. Cut the story short. On with the rambling. I'm not normally, I still have avocados. One of them rotted from last month, but the other ones are still good. I'm eating them in a smoothie. What I like to do with the avocado, even though I don't like these very much, I don't mind avocado fries with cheese. I gotta find other recipes that I can tolerate these in. I tried making ice cream out of it. It was gross. Back when my dad was alive, I said that. They were just gross. I didn't like them. But I cut it in half, and then when I separate, whatever side is not holding onto the seed is the one I use. Because they say to keep the seed into it like you do with guacamole, to keep it from turning brown. I don't know how long until it starts to turn brown and rots or anything from that date. You have to keep an eye on it. But whatever side has the seed in it, put it in a plastic bag and it's got the seed in there to try and keep it from turning brown. It does actually work. I don't know how many days maximum though. I got 2 lemons. I still got 5 lemons for lemonade, but I got 2 lemons. And of course I'm going to wash all the produce like I said in my last video. We got to start washing them, and of course I got to wash the grapes before I can eat those. I got green bananas because people always claim on the internet when they turn yellow, they turn into sugar. They're carbs when they're green. Well, I'm not sure. So I'm just going to cut these into like rings or whatever. Those little flat circles is what they look like. Not like when you make chips, but like a little thicker. Then I can divide it in half and I'll throw them in freezer bags and I'll just freeze them. Then I pull them out for smoothies that are still green considered bananas, if that makes sense. And I got 4 sweet potatoes, not very much for Rosie, but if I need to get some in town at that one place, I will eventually go there. Last time they weren't open at 12, and that was kind of weird, but I don't know if they closed for lunch or whatever, but anyways. I got 2 bags of golden potatoes, and I gotta get little potatoes too for a recipe. And got large eggs. I only needed 1 this time. And I was actually surprised they actually sell coconut sugar. Walmart stopped selling coconut sugar, and I finally found coconut sugar. I consider it better than brown. I had to get a brown sugar last time for emergencies. It's like one of those Swerve brands. I got big chicken because the little chicken was getting ridiculous. It was actually kind of a little cheaper than the bigger chicken was kind of a little bit cheaper than the little chicken, if that makes sense. So I looked, and these ones were the $16, and I got the cheapest $16 ones I could find, the $16.20 and the $16.07. That was the cheapest I could find. And anyway, it says, oh, go to Walmart. No. Walmart. These chicken breasts taste way better at Super One. I don't care if it costs a little more money. The Walmart brand just, I mean, I always joke with the people. I said, you guys must flirt with the chickens because they taste better. I mean, the chicken at Walmart just tastes tough. Like, it tastes really tough. I'll buy ground chicken from there, but regular chicken I'll buy from Super One. Got the store short. I also got mushrooms to make cream of mushroom soup, and I measure it, how much is in a 10-ounce can, and I freeze it inside my plastic bags, and then I use it in recipes and stuff. It makes it easier on me, so it's in the freezer. I got 2 onion powders, because I didn't know if I needed extra ones, so I just got 2, just like the garlic powder I did. But otherwise, I also got my maple syrup, like always. Acorn squash. I forgot what an acorn squash looked like in Pat's Foods for some reason. But anyways, I got 2 of these, so it's 4 pounds. I'm going to make pancakes with those. My favorite thing, when I at my friend's house a while back, I think I was 28 or 29 when I went to her house, she had acorn squash pancakes. She eats gluten-free, but she has severe allergies to certain foods, to cut the story short. And she made acorn squash pancakes, and they are really good when you take sausage patties and or sausage anything, ground sausage or sausage patties, links, whatever, and you put them on the pancakes and you put maple syrup with them, and it's really good when you eat them together. I only had to get 1 light sour cream because I have 2 sour creams still. I decided to buy 1 extra because you never know when I'm going to make something. I got 3 cottage cheeses in there. And apparently, instead of using sour cream for dip and everything, you can actually use if you want to make it with a more higher protein, even though sodium from the packet of the dip might be higher if you're making homemade or whatever. I'm not sure I'll do that yet, but eventually I'll get there. You can basically use it in the place of it, only you're going to have a chunkier dip. Unless you put it in a blender, it won't be smooth. And the ranch dip, I've had the ranch dip version. I've had the Fiesta ranch dip. I couldn't even get Fiesta ranch from the other store, Walmart, when I went shopping, but I don't know, they must have stopped selling it for some reason. Got the store short. I got some hard salami, and it was on sale, or cotta salami, same thing, I guess. I know they say that sandwich meats aren't good for you. I tried to find whatever I could for protein, and that's 4. I used to eat sandwich meat with eggs mostly, so we're going to try and see if I can eat some protein there. I got a block of cheese, a big block, because I still have cheese from the dollar store that I got. I got some extra shredded Parmesan, because I use that when I make that breaded or that Parmesan crusted chicken. I almost called it bread again. And apparently I got my, okay, I got this for $3.55. I don't know if I've ever had cod loins or not. I'm supposed to experiment with some white fish. I don't know if fish is really poisonous or anything. Like the doctor was saying, it's like contaminated or whatever they say. Kind of like it was about the PVA in the cans, but I don't know if that's really causing me to overeat. I don't know. Doctors say they know everything or not. Against my doctor, I'm just confused by it. They get a big thing of hash browns, so I got the hash browns for one of the casseroles. I can't remember which one it was for. But anyways, I think it was, oh no, it's a sausage cheese one. That's a breakfast casserole, so I'm going to be doing that in the crock pot too. Okay, so that's my haul, and I'll quickly go share. It's on top of Rosie's house where my plants are. And Rosie is napping, obviously. Rosie's sleepy. She's passed out. She's beat. And she's really old, sadly. But otherwise, yeah, my neighbor's going to have to put her dog down too, I guess, this year, sadly. But otherwise, I had to replant stuff in here because I don't know if these are going to grow. So I put sweet pepper in here because nothing was growing in that one. I got carrots in this one. I just planted these today. I planted a peach tree plant thing here. At first, the acorn squash grew longer, and then the pea plant grew taller, and I had to tie a stick around it because I had to do something to it. I got broccoli, 2 things of broccoli, and there's one of these is actually 2 of them are broccoli, and there's 2 cauliflower ones. I think these are the 2 cauliflower, one of them are which. And then I got red bell pepper plant. My other bell pepper plant seeds must have died or something. They don't want to grow. I got the watermelon plant started. Hopefully this year the watermelon actually grows, but hopefully this tree grows and these carrots grow, because last time I grew carrots they did not turn out. And of course my onion plant, experiment growing stuff. The green beans here are the ones that are, these ones were very smaller than that plant, that acorn squash, and they really grew big. Like they don't want to be left behind and they're trying to catch up with their girlfriend here. So that's how it is. So I'll be back with my Walmart. Okay, Walmart haul now, but basically I went to Toll House. These ones don't have their dark chocolate and everything. They're 53% cacao. And I got 5 of them because I used to get the allergy-free ones, which were the vegan ones. I got them because I liked them, but now I gotta go to these. And these don't have gluten in them, I checked. Then I went to these because they were a little cheaper because they're 3 something a piece. Those flipping other ones I was buying were 5 something, $6 a piece almost. I mean, it was like $4 or $5. Like if you buy 5 of them, it's 25 or 24 or something like that, I think. I bought a Pam oil spray. Gotta have a backup of that. I got 2 gluten-free all-purpose flours. Still not making my own all-purpose flour yet. Eventually I will one day. I'm just trying to figure out that. Got a stevia. I ended up getting it from Walmart. Luckily they had any, but because I couldn't get any yet. Super one for some reason. I don't know. They quit selling it, I guess. I got 2 unsalted butters. Got to keep up with your butter like most people do. I got the low-fat cream cheese, or the 1/3 less fat. I got a smoked sausage because I need that for a recipe. I think that's a sausage one with the hash browns from the other haul. But anyways, I got 7 pounds of ground turkey. I still have ground beef with me in my freezer, but I'm going to basically wean myself off of that. And if there's something that calls for ground beef, I'm just going to use turkey in place of it, just to make it a little healthier. Because I know a lot of people say, oh, beef's good for you, grass-fed. Yeah, I can't afford grass-fed beef anymore. It would be much better if they just made all the bad foods expensive and just made the, the healthy things cheaper. Right? That would actually make more sense then. I also got watermelon for Rosie. It was on sale, lucky. The only thing I could take cans out of was off cans. It was to get the packaged tuna. I got 8 of these instead of doing the cans to cut back on cans a little bit. But these other things, I'm not going to be able to do canning. If they made a canning machine instead of you doing it over the stove, I think I could do that. Because my electric stove, you can't do it. It doesn't work. They say blah, blah. I got Rosie's carrots. I got green beans. I only had to get a certain number of things. So certain numbers of her foods. I got Great Northern beans. I have her pinto and Great Northern to get away from the kidney beans a little bit, just so she has something else. And I always rinse them off to get the sodium down on those. And I got heavy cream for recipe. I can't remember which one that's for, but yeah, that's okay. I got 2 almond milks. I got 2 egg whites because the lady was saying to up your protein. She said instead of doing 3 eggs, you can do like either 1 or 2 egg of a regular egg, and then do like 2 of the egg whites. A lot of people say you can lose weight on that. I don't know if that's an athlete thing or what, to cut the story short. I had to get more peanut butter, so I got the big jar, the crunchy one I haven't had in a while. That's my favorite one when I was a kid. We used to have those big Jif ones, and you pull the plastic thing off of. I used to stick my hand in there. I do remember doing that. Wasn't a good habit, but a lot of us kids did that, so it was normal. And I basically got cashew butter. And before I forget that, I got a package of turkey bacon, if I forgot to say something about that. I got 3 chili beans. I think this is for the taco chili. I got more petite. I decided to buy 2 from Walmart just for backup. I got some butter pickles. That's like my obsession, having a couple of those. These used to be a Merryfield app item. I said that they were in the last video I made. It turns out, I don't know why I know the guy died. The guy that invented this stuff, he died. But kicking his product off the cashback app, that's just stupid in my opinion. That's just what I think. So now that's not an app item, unless ibotta puts it back up on as an app item. They did have it on there one time. I remember that a while back. I got 3 cauliflower. I got 1 green beans. Cause I got a recipe that calls for 2 pounds of green beans. So I'm using my rest of my old bag, as I'm calling it, of my other green beans. I almost got 2 pounds. I need a 1 pound bag. And I got 2 rice cauliflower because I needed 16 ounces and they're only 12 ounces, so I'll just measure it until I got 16 ounces of that. These were the only vegetable chips I was able to get, normal vegetable chips. wise. These are actually better for you, I think, because they're sea salt ones. But anyway, the ingredients don't look too bad if I can focus on this one. Come on, work. Come on, work. You got chickpea flour, rice flour, cornstarch, protein, or pea protein, carrot powder, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if these are really bad because it's got the high lake. I know that one guy, I can't remember his name. I haven't watched his channel in a while. He did a good pizza crust. But anyways, he said that these oils are okay, I guess, something like that. I don't know if they are or not. The thing is, not everything's going to be healthy. All the healthy food is too expensive to pay for. Some of this food isn't too bad for you, I don't think. Processed food is what it is, I guess. But anyways, I got 3 bags of that. So I'm switching from the chips I usually eat. I got 1 bag left of these. This one's almost gone. Those ones I can't pronounce. I'll do an unopened bag. This is the one I bought, but it's getting too expensive. They're putting up to $7, $8. It's a rip-off. So I decided to switch to vegetable chips to be a little healthier. So I'm not losing much weight. I think it's the stress from work, honestly. Like I said. I got 2 berries. I got a little one and a big one. So I can have that with my yogurt. And bad item, I guess, would we call... I never tried these versions of Lay's. This is actually a fetch item. I got 1 fetch item. I'm not sure if any of those other things are fetch items even. On the table they could be without remembering. I can't remember so much. Most of these will be brand club based because it's Walmart. And Walmart's brand club. The only thing you can do with brand club, they should really move it to receipts where you take pictures of receipts. Then you can get more brand club items off of other things. But no, that has to be linked to your account. Linked to this, linked to that. It's pretty stupid, I think. No offense. That's the only thing I don't like about brand club. Besides, some of these apps are telling you to spend money. Fetch started saying, oh, spend $15 on this, $16 on that. I'm only buying 1 of this and that. If I get a small amount of points, who cares? The only ones I will stock up on are the ones I'm going to buy. I'm not going to just waste money. That's something I don't eat. The white cheddar ones here, they didn't have wheat ingredients, so that's good. They're Lay's chips. And the only ibotta item I got was this one. I don't know if this coupon was usable today or not. If it wasn't, then I can get another package of these. The full fill bars. I had a caramel one as a snack one time. I bought these are good, but this one is chocolate peanut caramel flavor. So I've never tried that one. I don't know if these are all healthy for you or not. I'm trying not to eat so much. I know they say if you have a mountain of ingredients like this, it's not good for you and stuff like that, but I don't eat these every day, so I'm just trying the flavors. Maybe I'll try and make a homemade version of that, if that makes sense. Yeah, so we're doing a gardening, this and that. I got my zipper today. I know this isn't part of the food haul, but people like crafts, so it's okay to show this stuff. I cut this strap, then the ends of these straps off of a purse. I'm taking the St. Vinny's, as it's called, or you can say St. Vinny's or Goodwill kind of things. I'm taking old bags and cutting the things off because it's cheaper on your wallet. That's what my neighbor said. Tiki said. So this is, it's got the ends on here I sewed. I made tubes and sewed them. Because on my purse, and I'll tell you the reason why I'm doing that too at the end. But anyways, this one's sewed like this. But I wanted it similar to that. So once my purse goes bye-bye down the road, I'm going to throw it away eventually. It's starting to rip on the bottom and stuff. Kind of getting shot. This is my bag filling. A double bag filling. This is to make the strap stronger because this yarn is so thin, it's not even funny. But otherwise, this yarn is so thin, it's not even funny. And the inside is basically, it would have been a 14-inch zipper if I didn't add that in there, but yeah, it's kind of hard to see on the inside a little bit. I guess I'm going to try and see if I can feel for that pocket. Okay, I got a pocket on this side. So I got one pocket on one side right there. I got this little thin one that's going to hold my pens. One of them is going to be for holding change, and the other one is hiding right here. If I can find it, it's right next to the small one that I was showing. It's right here. And then I got that long one. It's a big filling. And basically, this one's really thin. And this originally had this bag was my present to myself as a long time ago. I thought it was like a birthday present. I think I started it, I'm 37 years old, I'll be 38 pretty soon as June 6th hits. But anyways, basically this had handles on it. And I took the handles off because I felt like I feel like if it gets too heavy, it's going to rip. I get a little worried. So if this, I keep this part strong because if this thing falls off, I'd be worried if my money went out the door. I'm going to try to sew it together tonight, maybe show it off at work if I can. But yeah, saving straps off purses isn't a bad idea. This yarn is a very pretty yarn. It's a yarn I bought back in the day. It's a really, really pretty yarn. I'm trying to see if I put the package of it here or not. It's one of those Vera, I can't remember her name now. But anyways, she's a yarn person. And she makes yarn. She had so much yarn that she makes. It's Vera Bradley. Vera Bradley Premier Yarn. Or Deborah. I keep calling it Vera Bradley. I don't know. I don't know what the color really is. It's chunky, bulky, but it feels like it's going to rip because the yarn is so thin. To cut the story short. Yeah, I got a lot of yarn. I got a lot of yarn in this room. My dad's stuff too, but I'll eventually get down with that. Down when something gets done. I'm not going to say what it is yet. But I got all my yarns back here. I got the sports weight. I never used that before. I will eventually use that. This yarn was gifted to me. The box yarn and that yarn. All the other yarns on that corner are mine. I am organizing the color, trying to color-wise them. I had to throw some in paper bags. I got my filling stuff right there. And this is going to be messy, but it's a little embarrassing. Until I get the yarn shelves from my friend, her aunt's going to give them to me next year, I think. When they come back from their winter vacation. And I don't like saying the W word early. I put towels in here because these towels are Walmart brand. I bought 2 brands, or 3. I had to buy a third one, but the problem is I lost the other 2. I don't know what happened to them. I never threw them out, but somehow they went missing. But all my yarn is stacking up in the corner, and people say, oh, stop buying yarn, stop buying yarn. It's not a big deal. It's a bit of a curse, and I'm sticking my other projects. I will show them in a video before I do the craft hauls. So I'll probably show what didn't sell maybe. I'm thinking of doing a video like that. If anybody wants to see something like that, they can comment below. And I also got a scrap box, which is going to be turned into something else. It's full. I had to buy another skein of this because I got the gray version of that, and I'm going to make a bag out of that. I decided to just buy 1 skein, though. I got, like, lots of yarn in this thing. And this is the sheet. Put it on the floor, it's easier to see. I put down what the charges are. I'll be sending hat and scarves. The scarves are going to be 28 bucks a piece, and the hats with it is going to be 48. I decided to do that thing where that one chick was saying, you take, and I'll show this while I'm going, adult hat sizes and this and that. What I'm going to do, scarves. I'm only going to do adult hats. I'm not doing little kid hats yet. I did buy some yarn for that too. It's in the living room. I'm leaving it there. Because the problem is I can't tell what my hat sizes are. And how many scarves I made, this and that, and pencil. And basically, but otherwise, what I'm trying to do, and I got the baby yarn right here. I got this pattern online. I'm not going to show the pattern because it's somebody else's, and they're not selling it or anything, but they share it online. But I bought pink and blue, and I'm going to try to do it. And she does it with a chain 2, and she does chain 2, and she does a double crochet, and then she basically, when she makes her pattern, when she wrote it, and it goes chain 2 and double crochets. It's Premier. I didn't put down the artist's name on the sheet. I forgot to, I guess. But that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to try so I can tell what my hat sizes are. And then what I'm going to do is I'll use the back and explaining this. I'm going to measure how, and once the increasing on the hat stops, I'm measuring how across it is. Because they talk about circumference. I can't remember what that means. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to measure from the crown down, and then I'm going to measure around the bottom so I have the measurements, and then I can make my own hats the right size, because I think some of those hats will fit people, but I don't know if they're going to fit babies or not. Some of them aren't. But if they don't, I'll take them apart and just do another project with them. I don't like wasting my time making something and taking it apart, unless I have to. It's something small, but yeah. Eventually I'll get to the sale, but like I said, I think it's better to just do my own measurements. Like, when the increase stops, you just measure a half to how long it is. Then when I make a hat, I'll know that's right. And then I'll know how far down to go for a baby hat and how big around it's going to be at the bottom. Like it says Premier Baby, it says ages 3 to 6, and then 6 to 12, and then toddler, and it says child, small child, big child. And then we got small adult, big adult, or large adult, whatever. But that's what my plan is, so yeah. Okay, I finished a bag. This is my bag finished. I put an adhesive on here. It was really good. It worked good, and I even had, in case the outside, because I was nervous the outside was going to rip off this thing anyways. Cut the story short, but it didn't. I stayed up till 11, because I sewed this fabric here to make it stronger in case it did fall off, but it didn't, thank God. But this is my favorite bag. It's like 14 inches around and 13 inches long. And I stayed up till 11:15 last night. It is the 13th of May. My video haul, all the app stuff, all what I earned and all that jazz is on the bottom. cut the story short, so at least that is done. That project I started when I was about 25 and a half to 26 years old. Each year I would pick at it and then I'd forget about it. It originally had handles like about a hole like that, but I thought they would rip, so I took it off. I put a half double crochet edging on it right here. And the reason I did that was because when I sew, I try sewing to knitted projects and I have a hard time with it, so I figured having a half double crochet edging on the top and sewing around that would be better, so easier for me. And before I got that done, the first thing I did was take old granny squares that I have. I have some that are not made by me, but they need to be finished and turned into bags and stuff. I found this idea. I had to watch somebody how they did it. You make an L and this and that. You fold it over, and it shows how you fold it over. It's a granny square bum bag. I took a strap my friend gave me, and it looks kind of like underwear, which is funny. And also, needs a top on it right here, and it needs a filling and everything. These actually sell for 40 bucks on Etsy. It looks like. I don't sell on the internet thing. That's too hard. You gotta pay for the shipping and all that, plus the food stamps will probably be gone and this and that. But anyways, can't risk losing those too much. But otherwise, even though they charge you, they'll charge money out of your food stamps if you make $500 a month, which I couldn't do anyways if I tried. Not that I want to, but I can only make so much when this car's going by. But anyways, this is the first one I actually made, which actually turned out. I showed them off in town today. I'm going to get in tons of stuff off Facebook and get a couple compliments from people like that. I actually ran across something when I was going through, because I had to throw my stash, as people call stash busting, when you make scrap projects. People like buying those too. I'll eventually work on that for my yarn. I'll show that after. But I ended up having this. It looks kind of like a scarf, but it's really thin. It's some leftover yarn that I used to make it. This would probably pass for a neck warmer. I think I'll sell it for a neck warmer. I forgot this one even existed, sadly, because I had it buried in my yarn room. And of course, we got my scrap yarn right here in my box. So all my scrap yarns these are all acrylics. If I have scrap yarns that are wool, they have to be in bags. And cotton has to stay in the cotton drawer, because I don't want to mix the yarns up. Because if you mix like if I took this, let's pretend for a minute that the bulky one, even though it's acrylic, let's pretend this is wool, and let's pretend this is acrylic. When this is not wool, this is actually acrylic. If you take that and put it together, and you wash it and you dry it, if it's wool, it'll shrink. So if you had like a top, the top would shrink. That's why I don't mix fibers too much. So really, I think I might have did that once when I was 21, when I started doing this around 18 or something like that. I learned about, well, when you wash it. I don't like the dryer with any project, to cut the story short. But eventually I will be making scrap projects pretty soon. My friend, her name's Ginger, she's a bus driver, and she does it, not a school bus driver, but on-tran is what they call it in Ontonagon. But anyways, she says, oh, well, my mother, and I feel sorry for her mom. Her mom is really old. She's like 83 and she can't. And I'll fight myself till the day I die with my crafts. I will do that. But I feel so sorry. She said her hands are hard to work with, I guess. And I feel sorry for her. But she says, I'm going to go through my mother's yarn. And I just got that bunch of yarn I showed you in one of my hauls from a friend. But her aunt gave me. But she says her mother basically is going to be she's going to get rid of her yarn. She says, I'm thinking about giving it to you, and I'm thinking, oh girl, oh joy, more yarn. I wonder what colors we got. And I'll have to go through it, and if I have to do the burn test, because I know if it burns and it feels like plastic, it's acrylic, so I know that. So I'm not sure when that's going to come, but I'll eventually post that before or after my food haul. If it comes before my next food haul for June, I'll post it before. If it's before June, I'll post it before, but otherwise, I said that twice. I mean, if it comes after June or in June, I'll put it on my food haul, whichever month. I'll mention when I got it. And I'll show it off like I did before, and I'll show my friends on Facebook when I got it. It doesn't hurt to have more yarn. It's better than getting hooked on whiskey, beer, and all those other things. And of course, marijuana is the worst, I think. That stuff stinks. I wouldn't do that stuff if you paid me. They legalized it in Michigan. That was really stupid. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the pictures pictures. I could speak English for 1 minute. I hope you enjoyed the haul. I hope you enjoyed looking at some projects and this and that and hearing me ramble a little bit. Have a nice day.